Um, well, that makes me the hottest guy in town, doesn't it? You'd wonder why I don't jack off to them too. I'm considering it. But anyways, it's different for a guy, okay? Because you lose all your energy, and that's why. That's why being a fag is bad, but being a lesbian is cool. Because you're not losing anything when you're diking out. For a guy, you're losing a ton of energy. I think my phone is fucked, honestly. Like, did you hear that? Did you hear those beeping outside? Four beepings. Um, that's traumatizing. Yeah, I'm traumatized. I'm not joking. I'm not being ironic or something. That's actually traumatizing right now. But what it's not going to do is make me think that I'm a bad person. And that's what it's designed to do. And to someone who doesn't know what's happening, it's still going to make them think they're a bad person. And that's called a psyop, and that's a real form of abuse. And it's one of the most cowardly abuses because the person who's the victim of it doesn't even have the ability to challenge who did it. And thank God I'm aware of what's happening because that those four beepings would have made me say, I'm really bad. It's all my fault. And no one loves me. I must have done something to deserve it. Oh my God. And I'd be crying and crying and I'd be holding on so much guilt. And I don't want anyone to feel like that ever, no matter what. Never feel guilty. Never, 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 never. There's never any reason. If I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if I did something really terrible, then I should feel like that. No, that's not possible. That's not real. There's no reason that you would just torture yourself like that. That's a mental illness by the time you're doing that. The real purpose of your guilt would be to tell you that you made a mistake, not to say, now you're just getting tortured forever. Like, torture is a man made thing. Like, it's not part of nature, it's not part of life. Saying that holding on guilt is natural is like saying there should be fluoride in your mouth. Like, no intelligent person would say that. But if you have to hear me say that no intelligent person would say that, then you're probably less intelligent than me. And um, and that might not be true. So I'm sorry for putting you down like that. And I take it back. I can't get my music to play. I'm really upset. I mean, it says it's playing and I can't hear anything. And I'm turning the volume up and I don't hear anything. Oh yeah, and those four beeps may have been friends. That may have been a gang stalker saying, "Hey, yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right. Yep, yep, yep. We love you, and we know we're gag ordered, and we're all working together because we're being filmed in our houses too, and we also really don't like it, and we actually like that you're exposing it because it should be exposed. And even though you're exposing us and we're guilty, we also have the get out of jail free cards that we can say, help us too. We don't want to be doing this, obviously. Do you think that we like doing this? What are you, fucking stupid? Are you that? You're as bad as us if you think that we like it. You're actually a fucking as bad as us. I'm just being silly. I just fucking. But yeah, I gotta get a new blanket apparently because yeah, it's really the truth. My blankets are terrible, and I love them too, so it's hard. Yeah, I've I've counted the stitches on these blankets. I love my blankets, but they have their issues, and my mom is gonna buy me a new blanket from the Valley Village. So we're gonna go blanket shopping tomorrow, or she's just gonna buy me a new one. Yeah, but I am a big baby, and I basically because I'm super hot, I can not take care of myself to the point where I'm almost dying, but I'll look normal by comparison. I'll actually look like a normal person, and so you won't actually be able to tell. But if I were to try my best or try it all, I would be like expecting results, and I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid to expect anything from anyone ever again. So I don't know how I could even try. So I can still enjoy things. I enjoy, for example, getting a new blanket, and I know that they might put poison in it or something. I know there's going to be etc. etc. But I can still enjoy it. Maybe there won't be. And I have food right here from the takeout. Maybe there's nasty things in it that I won't even say, but maybe there's not. I don't really know. Sometimes I try to scarf it down, no matter how good and delicious and expensive it is. I just try to scarf it down. And I think of other people who have been in torturous conditions where they've had to like drink sewer water or something, and it's like um, or whatever, Like I can't even compare myself because maybe I'm just being a big baby and I'm just imagining it. Not to say that I might be imagining that gang stalking is happening, but I might be imagining it when I eat something that at that particular time that it's poisoned or tampered or spit or shit or something. And I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm trying to say that I even don't know what happened, but I can still enjoy my food, and I'm not saying as some kind of shit-eating fetish. I can say as someone who doesn't want it, as someone who doesn't want to eat shit and poison, and doesn't know whether that's poisoned or not, and doesn't know whether I can even tell the difference. I can still trust it enough to enjoy it, knowing that there might be people watching, going ha 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 ha. I can still do that. I can still enjoy going to get a blanket. I can still have fun and go out for a bike ride, even though I know I might get fucking killed. But I don't think when I go out for a bike ride, I don't think I'm going to get killed. I think I'm not going to get killed, and I think the things that have scared me have taught me how to make my odds better of not getting killed. So I feel even more certain that I'm not going to get killed. And I'm just trying to say my romantic eye has not been destroyed. It's still a beautiful world out there. It's still a beautiful world in here. And this tofu is amazing. It's the Hakka place. It's the best. It's absolutely the best. And Hakka. You couldn't imagine a more on the nose kind of gang stalker term for you. Or maybe it wasn't from the Hakka place. I can't remember. But it's not from Fotabo. Or is it? I don't even know where it's from. I fucking don't know, but it's so good. And it came with the ginger ale, and the spring rolls were not very good though. I want to be laid on. I want someone to just lay on me. Oh, I would love it so much. When I was younger, I put a bag of dog food on my chest. And it wasn't so much to hump it or something. I just wanted the grounding feeling of just someone laying on me. Oh, I just want to be crushed. And I know I'm high on the shrooms right now, but this has been a long time thing. I just want to be crushed. Just oh, man. It would just satisfy me. Make me feel like I'm getting a big hug or something. And I don't know the level it would satisfy on. It has something to do with sensuous, but it's not quite that. It seems to be something more deeper. Sensuality seems just a tacky surface level thing compared to this. This includes so much more. It includes the sensuous, but it includes so much more. Oh well, of course you always want that until you actually have a sweaty lover, and then you think it's better to have a separate bed. Actually, ooh. And ugh. I just lost my music. I lost my vibe. I was in a good mood. Oh man, fucking my iPad died. If I had a phone around here somewhere, I know I have a phone around here somewhere. I'm almost anxious right now. It's important to me that I get music on. The music feels like a blanket. If I had to make an analogy, like I'm cold and it's a sudden warmth and comforting feeling, a grounding feeling, like a heavy blanket. My phone is not working. And so I'm feeling actually pretty angry. And underneath that anger is fear. And it's nice to understand why this is happening. Because if I didn't know I was being gang stalked, I'd have this subtle anxiety. I need music to calm me down. But why? Well, it just feels like people are out to get me. I'd blame myself. I'd say I'm just a weird, chemically imbalanced freak, or I've done some bad thing in the past that my subconscious is catching up with me about, and I need music to distract that, to put me in some kind of hypnotic trance. And so I'd believe that about myself. I'd say, yeah, I guess I'd have low self esteem. It would make me fucking. Do you understand? The reason I would be single would be because I got tricked. Do you even understand? But I'm not single anymore. I'm truly not single. I have so much love. I'm aware of the people who are having the eyes to see me, who have the wisdom to understand me. I'm aware they appreciate me. I'm validated. I wonder if I'm uh, unable to have more than 71 subscribers. There's this guy I watch, Flesh Simulator, and he's been at 349,522 subscribers on a certain channel for a long time, and he can never get even a single one more. And he explains how shadow banning works. I've told him he's a TI, but probably I've said I think you're a TI. I don't know. I hope you are. Or at least I hope that you're not a gang stalker. I would sooner him just be whatever he wants to be. That's none of my business. I wouldn't be like, I want him to be this. I would, you know. But I mean, if we really went there, I'd want him to be a TI. Absolutely. Oh my God. I'd say yes, target him. Of course, target the best people. Oh my God. Yes. Put it. I want the gang stalker. I really seriously want the gang stalkers to target as many people as possible. And I want them to target the best people possible because that's the only way that we're going to actually be the ones who stop them. That's pretty not very humanitarian, really. And that's just an opinion, okay? That's pretty not humanitarian. That you'd say, I wish you get targeted because if you find out, you're gonna do a lot of damage to them. Okay, that's pretty not a humanitarian way to look at it. Or it's perhaps the ultimate humanitarian way of looking at it. And you don't like those kind of things because that reminds you of gang stalker logic. But if we want to go there, I think that it should be illegal to have babies for like 20 or 30 years for everyone on Earth. And you should not be afraid of being called a dictator for doing that. And someone else has told me that, I heard that from Osho, but I absolutely agree. You would have to be an asshole to have a kid. You would have to be an insane fucking psychopath. You wouldn't adopt? So it's just yours because you want to look in the mirror. You are a psychopath. But anyways, I'm happy. Some of my gang stalking family, they never tried to recruit me. I was adopted, actually. And the guy never tried to recruit me. You know? So, like, not, I don't mean my mom adopted me, but. But I'm aware of what you were saying by not recruiting me. I'm pretty sure I'm aware of what you were saying. You were saying, you're better than this. And And I wouldn't turn around and throw you under the bus after I realized that you did that for me. I would turn right around and say, yeah, that sucks. Fuck, man, that really sucks. I wish I had music. I fucking. Ugh. There we go. I got it. Something about wanting to fuck that person to death, though. Right before the video died in the previous one, or after it had died, and I didn't realize, and I was still talking to it. I was thinking about fucking apologizing. I thought I wanted to fuck you to death. Then I realized I loved you, and I didn't want to do that anymore. But I never meant to do that to you to begin with. Oh, not that I'm. I wondered if anyone's thinking I'm talking in innuendo or something, or like the last video I had it facing a garbage bag. Like I'm taking out the trash, kind of a topical theme, like in Dexter, where Prater just got taken out, and he's in the trash, and he's a billionaire, and I had mentioned something kind of relevant to that. I don't do gay fag talk, so if you hear anything from me that's speculative, like you got to read between the lines. Oh, I think that's what he's saying. Nope. I will say it completely, like verbatim, like straight up. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I think you suck, I won't be like maybe that guy sucks. I don't know. I'll just be like you suck. Okay. And yeah, I'm not cryptic. I am sly, and there's a difference. Okay, obviously some words have to be censored over here. And obviously, it's not due to emotional hangups that I have to censor them. I'm having to censor them on behalf of jerks who are fucking invading. And as a non vegan says, which is hilarious. And if you are vegan, don't think I'm trying to pander to you. And, but a non vegan said there's nothing sacred in the life of an invader, which is hilarious. But there's all these invaders here. Ugh. The visuals I'm seeing are unbelievable. It's like metallic. It's so fresh. It's so sleazy and intimate. It's right up close. It's consuming. You can't even do anything else than be its subject. And it's nasty and it's gritty. And right when you think it's one thing, it's not that thing anymore. And right when it feels like something, then it doesn't feel like that anymore. And you want to say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, but you can't. It keeps eluding you. Yeah, I lost my way. I was hateful. I'm really sorry about that. Did that feel true? Did that feel like I just read it off as script? Did that feel like I even meant it? I don't think I meant it. I don't think I'm sorry to you. I do love you, in fact, and I don't want to lie to you. So, but yeah. So, yeah, that's how it is. I wish I could play some video games or something. I just don't want to play Mortal Kombat anymore. Yeah, I think that was partially what was going on. I was blaming myself for defending myself against you because you're also not responsible, just like me. But I was holding myself responsible, but not holding you responsible. But that's actually what a fag would do. Because why would I think that you're better than me? So in that sense, I actually am like very sorry, but not in a specific way. I'm sorry for the world, that the world is so terrible, and that you're a victim of it, and that so am I. And that was the point of this, that I could release that. Because like really, like if you love me and I'm telling you, like, yeah, it's just cool, like just let someone fucking flay you, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool, and then someone else does it to you, like never. That's like as gay as Jesus, and he's like the original faggot boy talking to a bunch of dudes. Loved the guy, but he was a total success as far as MK Ultra is concerned. They're like, we got him, we made him just gay his whole life. And then even on the cross, he was yelling out gay stuff. He's yelling out to no one. He's like, help me. Why aren't you? He's literally yelling to no one. He's like, why aren't you helping me? And he doesn't understand that he's actually schizophrenic. I can't get the fucking music to work. Oh my god. Ugh. And then sometimes it really sucks because you think, okay, yeah, I'm a fucking Buddha and I'm great and I got the people. I got them under my spell. I tricked them all. Um they're all hypnotized by me and I'm the cult leader. Finally, just like I always wanted. And now the only thing I have to do is get more money to bang hotties who are also TIs. Yeah, that's actually pretty scary when you actually put it like that. Well, you think I even have it with a certain gang stalker. She comes near, and I think, oh my god, I don't have a boner. And guys are actually taught like that. Like you just think you have to have a boner, whatever, whenever. And when you see a girl, you're just like, I actually don't have one right now. And I feel so uncomfortable because I've been talking this huge game that I'm gonna slam you so hard and all this stuff. And I just feel like an old fucking man. Like I'm just like I'm not even turned on right now. And I God for sure don't want to talk to you and I am willing to crawl and beg and steal for it. But right when you come here, I'm just you know, I've been crawling I stole for it and now I'm just and I think it's the same thing going straight to the A. A woman says, "No, you don't want to lick my butthole right now." Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the feeling. No, not right now. Exactly right now. That's the feeling of it. Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Okay, I didn't mean this to be. I didn't mean for this to be perverted. Okay, I'm sorry. And really, truly, I mean, I'm calloused enough that you can tell that my sorry doesn't mean anything. But this was something that if I could have reminded myself a second before saying that, I would have said, "Don't say that." But anyways, ugh. Yeah, so then you feel kind of helpless. Well, really, what am I going to do? Am I actually going to get um to be with my favorite people? And I do really trust, I have my trust issues, but I do trust them enough that I do want to be with them. And is it ever going to happen? Maybe they don't even want to be with me, but I kind of think they do. Just let's just assume they do. Cuz that's how I feel. Even if I'm insane, I'm betting on the fact that I'm not. So, um but am I betting on the fact of ending up all the way with them? Uh I haven't thought about it, but it could be a fucking devastating thought to think, oh, I would never get the chance. But you'd have to open up Chat GPT then and say, really? You don't have any control over that? You couldn't get super hot, make a porn channel, jack off for gay guys, get enough money to get your own place? There isn't something you can do? Aren't you even grateful for the fact that you found out you're a TI and you're like the coolest guy ever? Aren't you going to do something with your life? Well, if not, then you don't deserve to get that hot pussy, right? And you might never get it, even if you deserve it. And even if you try your best, you might never get it. And you still have to try. And that hurts. You want the guarantee. Well, yeah, that's courage. And I don't have it, in fact. That's um that's the truth. Um I'm not about to start doing sit-ups and all that kind of stuff and try to get better because well, it's difficult. I'm just a big baby. And I've just been coddled my whole life and I'm just a big TI baby. Ooh, I'm just a big baby. I just want to lay in my bed and eat my snacks. Okay, I don't want to do hard crunches to jack off for a gay guy who I don't like so I can maybe get an apartment. But you get the point. I mean, that's probably actually what I would do. But I mean, or if I wanted to do it some other way where I could pretend like it's not just plainly whoring myself, it'd be the same thing. Do I even have the guts to try? And especially when I already love the TIs I love and I already do feel validated by them and I already can just jack off to them. Would I really want to make it more real and say, no, that's actually, you know, to be or not to be? Well, um, well, I haven't jacked off to my TI girlfriends. I thought about it. I hoped they did to me though. I even distinctly said things just so that they would for just not just for them. I actually did it especially for them, and I wasn't trying to feel cool by my reasoning for doing that.